Stay at a distance. Step 1. Start with moving one step away from the dog. Click and move to the dog and reinforce him in the position he is staying in. Repeat this 5 times successfully without the dog moving. Then release the dog and start over. Release your dog before he moves on his own. Start with short training sessions. Okay, break. Step 2. Take 2 steps back, and if the dog remains in the stay, click and move to the dog to reinforce. By moving to the dog, you are helping him learn that staying in that position is what you want. If you do not move to your dog, he will think it is okay to move to you. If your dog does this, you're really training him to break from his position and come to you. Keep increasing the distance unless the dog fails. Then go back to a slightly easier distance and repeat that a few times. Step 3. Only move back more steps once your dog has had 5 successes at the current distance. Training tips. Increase your distance 1 or 2 steps at a time to make sure your dog is being successful. If your dog is breaking his stay a lot, then go back to an easier step. You might even want to go back to working on stay for duration, then progress to stay at a distance again. If your dog is not successful, then you're probably progressing through the exercises too quickly. A lot of people start with 1 step away and then immediately move to 10 steps away. This is very similar to sending your child to first grade one day and then off to high school the next day. Stay. Break. Break. More training tips. It takes repetition for your dog to learn that no matter how far away you are, he needs to stay where he is. If you get 10 steps away and then on the 11th step your dog decides to break and move from his stay, there might be a few things going on. 1. Maybe you had him in one spot practicing too long without a break and he physically had to move. 2. There might have been a distraction that caused him to move. 3. Maybe he just was not ready for you to move 11 steps away. 11 steps might have been too much for him to handle. That is normal. Your dog is normal. Just go back to 10 steps, release your dog, take a break, and try again a little later. It might take some dogs longer than others to learn to stay when you are moving away. To your dog, his reinforcement, you and his food, are leaving him, and it is natural for him to want to move and come with you. After all, you have probably been working on recalls and your dog is used to coming to you. Be consistent and patient. Do not be in a rush. Take your time.
Freak. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy.
If your dog is doing well staying at a distance, then move on to the stay with distractions. I would highly recommend that you stay and only work on 1D, duration, distance, or distraction, for an entire week before moving to the next exercise. Take your time.